I gave the craft store some of my money again. So let's see what I got and what I create with it. I got this Pink and Main truck pop-up card die set and license saying stamp set so I can make these adorable pop-up cards. So let's get to it. I'm making a blue truck for this first card. This card's going to be birthday themed. Pop-up cards are a bit more labor intense, so I'll show assembly on this first card and I'll have the majority of the other two cards pre-assembled later on in this video. So I decided to ink the edges of the truck gate and color in the gate handle just to highlight those details a bit more. And of course, a bit more assembly. Now on to the license plate. I'm using the For You sentiment from the license saying stamp set. I'm stamping in black, and this is turning out pretty cute so far. Now here's where I ran into a small snag. Since I used textured cardstock, the score lines aren't as clear, so I decided to use an old 12-inch trimmer with the scoring attachment to deepen the score lines. This die didn't come with assembly instructions, so I figured I would attach the centerpiece. That's where all the contents of the truck will be attached. I figured I'd attach that piece first, so I would know I was attaching the sides of the truck and the proper width apart. I figured it would be easier to attach the contents of the truck to the center piece before putting the entire truck together, so I move on to working on a heat embossed black bear in silver. I cut him out on my big shot and I add some googly eyes to really bring him to life. Since the bear's paw is kind of waving, I thought it would look cool to put a happy birthday sentiment in his paw. I have this foilable happy birthday heart that will work perfectly. I love adding foilable elements to my cards, so I'll show the foiling process on this first card and I'll foil the other pieces for the other cards off camera. Now to finish up this card, I attach these pieces with double-sided tape. I decided to line up the tabs that attach the sides of the truck with the tires and then place them evenly on both sides. I do this for the front and back of the truck, and here we go. I really love how this came out. Now the package says that when I complete the card, it should fit into an A2 sized envelope. Mine ended up, however, slightly a little too big for an A2 size envelope, so luckily I've got some larger envelopes in my stash. Now on to the second card. This one's a Howl-o-ween card. I cut the black truck out of smooth cardstock, and as you can see, the score lines are much clearer with the smooth, non-textured cardstock. And even though the tires are already black, I decided to cut out the little tire pieces because I like the embossed tire tread details. I'm changing it up a bit on this card. I'm stamping the truck window with a spider web and with a spider hanging from a web. Another change with this card, I'm leaving the truck gate and license plate off this time, and I'm decorating the back of the truck with this Howl-o-ween foilable. I'm really loving these foilables lately. For inside the bed of this truck, I'm making a skeleton trick-or-treater. I add some googly eyes to the skeleton because I like the look. I then make a little pumpkin pail for the skeleton. I think it'll look so cute to put the little pumpkin pail in the skeleton's hand in the back of the truck. I attach the skeleton to the center piece before completely assembling the truck. I was thinking, since the pail is small, it might be easier to attach after I assembled the truck. However, I was wrong. There isn't really anything I can mount the pail to on the pop-up card. So I decide to mount the pail to a piece of transparency. I trim up the transparency and leave space at the bottom of the transparency so I can mount it to the center of the truck. I put some photo squares on the bottom of the transparency and slide the piece in so I can figure out exactly where to attach it. And here we go, another cute creation with this die. I wanted to see if this card will fit a standard A2 size envelope. Again, it did not. I'm following the score lines, so I'm unsure why both have ended up too big for A2 sized envelopes. Moving on to the third card. I'm making this truck from smooth, non-textured red cardstock, and I wanted to show the difference that using smooth cardstock makes. I'm decorating this card's trunk gate with this foiled Christmas sentiment. And for the license plate on this card, I thought this tiny wreath and bow would look so adorable. So I cut out the wreath and bow. I attached all my pieces after running them through my sticker maker. And this is looking pretty cute so far. I'm making a Christmas tree to put in this truck's bed. Since my prior two cards didn't fit an A2 size envelope, I'm going to let this Christmas tree stand taller than the truck. I use this punch because these circles are the perfect ornament size for this tree. For the top of the tree, I cut out 2 gold stars. I run them through the sticker maker, and then I attach them to the tree back to back. I grab some gems and add those to the tree to get this nice finished look. I'm attaching the Christmas tree to the truck with some photo squares. Since the tree is big, I fully assembled the truck before attaching the tree to the center piece. And here we go. I'm really loving how this came out. A few tips I learned. Number 1, you can write a personalized note on the back of the front of the truck, or cut a 2" by 3" piece of white cardstock, write a message, and attach it to the same spot. Number 2, the score lines are clearer when making the truck from smooth, non-textured cardstock. Number 3, when attaching the sides of the truck, use the tires to line them up. And number 4, you may need an envelope bigger than an A2 size card. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoy my content, let me know with a like and subscribe. And happy crafting, y'all!